So we know occupants in a building are a little bit higher risk when they're sleeping, right? We want to pay more attention to making sure that we're going to be able to notify those occupants to be able to evacuate if there were to be a fire. So we've got different requirements for sleeping areas. We've got a requirement for audible notification that we're using a low frequency sound. Now, that's no different when we're talking about visual. We've got different requirements for visual notification in sleeping rooms as well. And that's because the amount of light that we're going to be able to get to an occupant's eye so they can perceive that light even while they're sleeping, they can perceive the light and it can be used to wake them up. If we're near the ceiling, smoke can build up and actually start blocking some of that light. So we've got different requirements for how bright the notification appliance needs to be in a space dependent on how close it is to the ceiling. So if it's within 24 inches of a ceiling, we've got to have 177 candela strobe light, which is a pretty bright strobe. Now, if we're greater than 24 inches away from the ceiling, it can drop that down to 110, which is still fairly bright. And the other thing to pay attention to is this notification appliance, if it's installed within a room, needs to be at least 16 feet, or needs to be within 16 feet of the pillow of the bed. So if the room's, the maximum dimension of the room's only is less than 16 feet, you don't have to worry as much. But if we've got a fairly large room, you're going to need to pay attention to where that bed's being located in order to place that notification appliance in the right spot. Now, again, visual notification appliances in rooms, it's not necessarily a requirement that every single room have visual notification appliances. You're going to need to be looking at the building code, life safety code, and then also looking at the accessibility code in the area to see what is the requirement for providing visual notification appliances in all the spaces. Typically, we're required to do audible notifications throughout and then at least provide provisions or provide them in specific areas. So you're gonna have to pay attention to where those are specifically required. NFPA 72 just says how to install it if one is required in that space. I'm gonna go ahead and link a fact sheet below, goes over a lot of fire alarm basic stuff. So go ahead and check out that fact sheet and stay tuned for more videos. Did a lot of fire alarm stuff recently. I'm gonna start going into a little bit of sprinkler stuff and we'll see what other things I have to talk about. Thank you.